Hello, everybody! Welcome to another preliminary matchup. Arispici, Charlieboy. I am Sensasama, and joining me in the booth today is Frito. How you holding?
I deny everything.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And joining us also for tracking duties and scouting his potential next opponent, 2% Chungus. So I'm just gonna check out what these guys decided to pick. And so we're gonna probably be going to Type A. So they're gonna be doing Type A cosmetics. So throughout the tournament, we're gonna have some fun. We're allowed zipping, but the stages will be hidden. And we have a glitch person on Charlieboy, possibly Charlieboy himself, and we got a Roll-Chan. So as soon as they get going, we will start this bad boy up. So, a couple things we need to understand here. We do not want any of our items in a whammy level. No air, no crash, and no heat. If those show up there, oh boy, life will be hard for our runners. So, Frico, are you guessing that we'll have a whammy, one of our items locked at a whammy level today?
Well, statistically speaking, we're gonna have at least one whammy show up. We got a best of 3 here, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Indeed, win 2.
Alright, so if we play one game, we got a 3 in 8 chance. Then, you know, we'll do the math as we go along. But long story short, I think we're going to see at least one whammy. May not be right away in Game 1, but you know they love to decide tiebreakers in a Game 3. We know how it's been over the years.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. And here we go. Starting gun is fired. It is on easy mode, so don't get it twisted that easy is the easy mode. Ain't happening. And looks like we're gonna have to get a little bit of a sync here because Arispici is about 5 seconds up. We got a bubble and a quick. Ooh, good levels.
Alright, fairly good. Bubble Man, probably not the most ideal starting level, but it is blind, so I'd take it. Fairly straightforward. Shouldn't have a problem getting through the stage. We'll have a zip coming up once the sync happens. So we saw a little bit of a lag there, so to say. Not so much a lag, but Charlieboy should be setting up his zip here through the Bubble Man stage. Arispici going through one of the more mundane stages. Pick up an energy tank. Prepare yourself for the rest of the journey through the stages. And there we go, Charlieboy zipping his way through.
Indeed. Arispici put out some very important information. That buster may not be taking down the bats. So the bats might be immune to the buster.
Yeah, I did hear the plinks of shots being rejected, so to say. So, Charlieboy going a little ham with the artistry here in the bubble stage.
My eyes, my eyes!
So, we'll get a little bit of that when Arispici gets through. Charlieboy actually making it to the boss door first. A little bit of a surprise there, but not really.
Yeah, and we get the hooded quick. And right now, Charlie on the board.
Okay, one down. Let's see. Item? No item? Oh, we got an item. Alright, item 2.
Indeed. And going against the Flash, Arispici's gotta be... Arispici's in trouble. One more blast and he's... Oh, gotta take the tank.
Better to have it when you need it than not. Oh, wow. Mega Man 3 called. Looks like they want their graphics back.
Mega Man 3 called. Gemini wants his graphics back. And right now...
Alright. Metal Man for Arispici. So, looks like we've hit a bit of good luck here. I did not see if Arispici picked up an item at the end of the stage, but so far we found the 4 easier stages to get through.
Ooh, using the pause method here, saving this up from getting thrown into the abyss. So right now, Arispici is getting chased by a gear jester and gets away from the gear jester.
That was close.
Ooh.
Whoa, Charlieboy abandoning ship a little too early, not able to pick up the E-Tank.
I don't know if he wanted the E-Tank or not, but we'll ask him. We'll see about that. We'll see if that makes a difference. And Arispici's in trouble. And we got a lazy wood. Wood is definitely not being cooperative. Oh, here we go.
Got him at least.
Got him, yeah, indeed. He gets him.
All right, so let's see. Charlieboy, 1 for 2 so far.
Oh
boy.
Not what you want to see this right this second. That's a crash.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see a couple deaths in the very near future for Charlieboy. But then again, he may just try to take it in stride and run with it. Who knows?
Actually,
he's going for that zip.
He's going for that Buster only zip. That is incredibly good. And Arispici's going against a bubble, and he's weak.
Oh, looks like Charlie. No, no. All right.
Charlie got it.
Charlieboy looks like he's got it. So these Joes are going to be a little bit of a pain in the behind for pulling off the zip, but looks like Charlieboy able to get through. Now going to dump himself in the abyss and skip a good part of the stage.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Arispici has found himself a wood. So Charlieboy showing a little bit of that experience here. And we did find an item 1 in metal stage. Now let's see if that is gonna be worth it. Because if that is no good, then there'll be no good wood for Arispici.
Alright, so right now we've got 2 of our 3 items accounted for. So technically Crash would be a whammy stage. But we found some of our items, so it's a little easier to navigate through. Charlieboy picking the left side, so a little bit of a strategy here. Maybe trying to go for the E-Tank that he missed earlier in one of the stages previous.
Yeah, but right now we got Arispici with a good enough item 1 to be doing good wood.
Okay, that's going to help out a lot here. So Arispici going to be able to skip a good part of the wood stage, and hence the good wood.
He couldn't cash in. He got lost in the script.
Oh no.
And crash. This is even randomized.
You know, you'd think the randomizer would actually randomize stuff. Ay.
And once again, Arispici is not getting it.
This is not a good wood. It looks like Arispici may have abandoned ship on the idea of the good wood. So now it's just cost him about 30 seconds where he threw away 2 lives and got nothing out of it, unfortunately.
And one thing about Charlieboy is this. Charlieboy is very proficient on those skips. 30 seconds on a skip that you couldn't do basically means that's Charlieboy. That's free time for Charlieboy. But Charlieboy's got to deal with Joes in heat. And he does not have an extra item, so he's going to have to do, mechs are super tough. The Joes might be giving our runner some issues to see.
Alright, so Charlieboy has one of the whammy stages accounted for. He got through heat. Or no, he's on his way through heat, excuse me. He's got Crash out of the way.
Indeed.
So that 30 seconds, if Charlieboy can pull off the good wood, that almost gives him a completely free stage.
Pretty much. Flash down, but oof, that's half a level already down. That's half a level already up for Arispici. Arispici is Airman coming up now. And right now, Airman, remember, Bubble Man had that item too. So the longer Arispici is not going for that item too. Oh, this is the nastiness.
Yikes! Oh boy.
Arispici.
Dollar Store Metroids. We got a little bit of a shrimp buffet. We got Joe's here.
Welcome to Joe's Crab Shack. Welcome to Joe's Crab Shack.
Yeah, absolutely. $9.99, all you can eat, shrimp all day, every day. My
and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, quite true on that one. My God, this is rough. Wow.
Arispici's got the rough end of this stick, and Charlieboy BT, that's a full level now.
All right, nothing in heat, nothing in crash. So there's a very good chance Airman here has our last item. I think that's the last stage we've not accounted for yet.
Correct. Airman has not been accounted for up to this point. That means Arispici will be getting his item 3. He can get a zip on heat. We'll give him some of that time back, but ooh, it's gonna be a little dicey here, because if Charlieboy can make use of that item 1 that he's gonna get here in Quickman stage, oh jeez. Oh, and Charlieboy pulling up some nasty strats with this item 2. Right now, Arispici is going against a Heat. Beats down a Heat.
Alright, well, it looked like Heat was rather friendly, taking 4 damage from the Buster. So, there's our item 3 in Airman. So, I think we process of eliminationed it, but that's all 3 of our items accounted for. So, Charlieboy, for now, working on getting his item 1, but Arispici now, I think he might be optioning out of this level.
I don't know about that. Oh, no good on the blades. Joe's with the Kevlar.
Wow, they got full riot gear on. No bombs, no blades, no nothing. My God.
Quick boomerang being a bit of a problem as well as it goes up. So right now, there's really no Joe's, you should not be fighting today. And
they are not being happy today, that's for sure.
I tell you,
Arispici taking a beating here. Might have to use his E-Tank here, but it looks like he'll at least get a checkpoint.
He'll make a checkpoint. Well, hold on. Shrimp might have an answer for that.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. Okay, yeah, he just had to be careful. Make sure he didn't fall down into a shrimp before hitting the checkpoint. But it looks like he's safely on his item 3 and gonna take a zip here.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Charlieboy gonna use that item 2 to full effect. And right now, because Arispici did not go to Flashman yet, to the Flash level yet, he has not gotten that access to item 2. So he will be doing the same. He'll be doing the same thing, not by choice though, of doing the chasm transversal. Yeah.
Yeah, both Charlieboy and Arispici had to take the long way around. No item 2 to expedite their travels today.
Oh, Charlieboy had item 2. He just used it earlier. That's all.
Ah, right. Yeah, he did. I'm surprised he didn't farm for energy, but at this point, Charlieboy might just saying, okay, get me to the end, get me out of here. Arispici, yep, gonna E-Tank and have a go at it with air. Nothing doing with the quick boomerang. I saw a metal blade bounce off. So, Crash Bomb doing almost nothing.
Yeah, you got to do a Buster, and right now, Charlieboy had a really good way, basically exploiting the fact that shoot, jump, shoot, jump, shoot, jump. That's how Air did it.
Well, Arispici's through it, and now you can see the lead right here through 5 Robot Masters. Charlieboy cashing in his 6th. Arispici starting the bubble levels, so he's just starting lap 6 while Charlieboy finishing up. Ready to start lap 7 here. Gonna take on Metal Man.
He'll get himself a free item tank, and not to mention he'll get his item 1 as well as get himself an E-tank. And he has item 3 in tow, so that good wood is pretty much free.
Yeah, so that's really the difference between the 2 runners so far in this game. Just on the sheer execution standpoint, is that Arispici failed the Goodwood zip, and Charlieboy will be able to cash in most likely unless something's really messing up that Goodwood zip. Arispici's going to lose out about 30 seconds or so worth of time that he's got to make up somewhere.
That's going to be about 30-40 seconds he's going to have to make up, not to mention he's still, if he doesn't get it right on that crash zip, he's going to have to take the long climb where Charlieboy did it Buster only. The Kame version.
Yeah, that's going to be another thing to consider. At this point, Charlieboy cashed in on a crash zip, and Arispici was not able to Goodwood. So that's 2 things that really affect this run so far, both in Charlieboy's favor, for now at least.
Yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, Charlie is one of the few runners who I can honestly say, if you're not knowledgeable on zips, it's very hard to beat, flat out.
I agree. If I'm not mistaken, Charlieboy's our defending champion, is he not?
Yes, he is. He is the defending champion.
So at this point, you know, alright, Charlieboy gets his item 1. We knew where it was. He's going into Woodman. So this is where Charlieboy is going to put a stamp on this race, most likely. If Charlieboy is able to pull off good wood, he will have roughly 30, maybe 45 seconds worth of an advantage going into the Wily stages that it really, of course, commentator first, notwithstanding, you know.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. If Charlieboy gets good wood, that is a minute and a half that Arispici has got to find, and that is not fun.
No, because at that point, you're really hoping and praying that your opponent makes a mistake, and Arispici is actually taking a timeout to break the walls, or at least try to, and it looks like he's not finding anything. So, nothing doing on the walls right now for Arispici.
So it's either between whatever was in Flash or Crash has the wall weakness. Alright, so here we go. Ooh. Okay, Charlieboy wanted to check up top. Now he's gonna attempt good wood.
Alright, so here we go.
He didn't quite get it. And ooh, he ain't getting it. Uh-oh. Okay,
maybe?
he's in. He's in.
Alright.
He is in.
There we go.
And he's done good wood before.
Alright, so Arispici now in Crashman stage, one of the longer stages, and Charlieboy has... Alright, he has done it. So, we've officially pulled off good wood here. So Charlieboy is going to consolidate on an advantage, and I think I'm going to go with your timer on this and say it's roughly, you know, give or take about a minute and a half at this point. Arispici's struggling trying to set up a crash shift even.
That's not happening with that. But with that right there, it's gonna be tight. And oh, Arispici's got to take the climb.
Oh no!
Oh no!
All right. So, as we bask in the best eyebrows in gaming, we have ourselves Dr. Wily making an appearance 17 minutes into Game 1 here. Arispici, tick-tock goes the clock, as he's going to have to make up however long it takes for him to get through this crash stage, that's the deficit that he is going to have to somehow make up while Charlieboy starts his assault on Wily's Castle 1.
And since we're on Type A, everybody, we have a dragon. We have Wily stages. We have weaknesses, colors, and design. Put it in chat. Today, I have my monochrome dragon with the Gurren glasses. Yes, we have to add those. And keep the crash. We'll say that.
Alright, well, nothing's changed on the weakness front for me. All bubble lead all the time.
Bet.
Alright, but now we got a couple options I'm not quite familiar with here. So, I know we got the color. I know we got the weakness. So, oh, Charlieboy pulling off a little mini zip there, styling on everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, alright, so what I'm gonna go for is, I'm gonna go for a red dragon. I know, plain and boring. I apologize.
It's what it is.
We're gonna go with the bubble lead. And I think, oh, well, we got different styles of dragons here. What do we got here? Enlighten me.
Alright,
so
we have...
time.
Oh, shoot. Regular dragon, Oats dragon, swag dragon, glasses, anime glasses, dragon corn. Those are the ones you got.
Alright. You know what? I called plain and boring on red, so I'm going plain and boring for the dragon, too. Why not?
Hey, why not? Dragon corn and green. Interesting.
Alright, so this dragon fight seems to be sponsored by a certain company here that I may or may not be able to mention the logo of. But there's Arispici, so now, ooh, it's about 2 minutes, 15 seconds now for Arispici. At 19:15, we see Arispici getting exposed to the best eyebrows in gaming. So Charlie has a full Wily Stage 1 lead over Arispici at this point. He's got through the dragon, so we're running low on time for possible pitfalls for Charlieboy. If he stays clean, he's going to be up a game in about 2-3 minutes once we get to the end here.
And we have the Stage 5 level for Ninja Gaiden. I didn't think we would get Ninja Gaiden in Mega Man today, but you know what? We're all for it. Ooh, but this is gonna get ugly here.
Wow.
This is a... Wait a minute! Bubble gets rid of the mech? What?
Well, apparently, the Joe armor resists fire, rain, corrosion, bubble lead, metal blades, and just about anything and everything else, or your money back. So,
tell ya, get Joe Kevlar.
yeah, $9.99, available online, retailers near you. Indeed. Oh, Charlieboy almost looked like he was trying to risk it there and go for the right side fall. Yeah, the suicide dive. So here we go. No buster.
Wait, is that a lazy... That's a lazy leaf!
That is a lazy leaf, yeah.
That's a lazy leaf. Okay, so, if you're new to the randomizer and you're new to this particular fight, there is a... If wood one-shots and keeps the shield, we call that a lazy leaf. So right now, Charlie has nothing else to do. He can just sit here and take a drink.
Yeah, it's break time for Charlieboy.
Tell ya.
Off to Wily 3 with you.
Now, let's see if Wily cleaned his pipes.
Alright, so we do see both runners at the same time going into a Wily stage. The problem for Arispici is we're going into Wily 2 while Charlieboy, he's on Wily 3. So, the only thing that Charlieboy may have to do is a little crash wall hunting, as Arispici at this point, I believe, has narrowed it down to 2 separate weapons.
Indeed, and Wily? If it ain't clean, he at least attempted to clean his pipes. So right now, Charlieboy is good. And remember, Wily 3 is in the... Oh, go ahead.
Just update on the crash walls. Arispici found it looks like charged heat to be effective against the walls.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting. So charged heat for the walls.
Wow,
Ooh.
that item usage is... Yikes. Looks like maybe 4 fully charged shots and you're out of ammo.
Tell ya. That's something you want to see. The green guts dozer. Weak to the... Oh my god! Buster a dozer!
It's like the easy mode is easy or something. Yikes. No weapons needed, apparently. Oof.
Apparently not. Great equalizer. Alright, so... Right now, Arispici is still down a level, and unless the Great Equalizer really gives Charlie the business... Oh... He finds Crash, but that's not the ammo you want to be doing. We've already discovered it is indeed a lazy leaf.
Well, nope, not quick boomerang. No, not bubble either.
It is bubble.
Alright, he found the lazy leaf, so...
He found the lazy leaf, yeah. He did find bubble to work as well, but bubble, the ammo on bubble wasn't going to do it in one.
Yeah, the math on that just doesn't add up. It looks like it might be inverted too for the shield, because it's just going off in a random direction. There we go, Arispici got it.
Indeed. And right now, ooh, we actually have a challenge on the anxiety rooms today. We got Koopa Troopas throwing carrots.
Alright, so this is one of the more troublesome points where Charlieboy is going to have to rely on a little execution here to get through the last anxiety room. Looks like he's through okay.
Yeah, it was empty actually. Alright, he's in. So, right now... Ooh, first look at the prop tops.
Oh, they're not having any part of that item 3. No attempted zip for Charlieboy, so hemorrhaging away a couple seconds there, but at this point, he's got about a stage and a half in hand, so a significant time lead.
Tell you. Alright, the Boo Beam Trap!
Alright, no Metal Blade. Oh, gotta throw Leaf Shield in the right direction. Nope.
Hey, Leaf.
No, so now Charlieboy's gonna struggle a little bit here, maybe trying to find the crash wall.
And right now, it ain't any of these. He did found it, and great ammo consumption as well. Ooh, air shooter! Interesting.
Might be able to snipe these out.
Without having to break another wall? Yeah, very possible. Oh, he got this. Oh, Charlieboy about to go into his rematches just under 26 minutes and 20 seconds almost.
Alright, so we're looking good at this point if we're Charlieboy. Just keep it solid, keep it safe. You know, get through these refights in one piece. I don't think Charlieboy knows much for any of the weaknesses that the robots have. I think he busted down every single one.
He actually knows Heat's weakness. Heat's got a very nasty God weakness. So what he's going to do is he's going to take advantage of every room and get a chance to recharge. Quick was an absolute joke. He fills up. I like Charlieboy's idea here. Recharge when you get a chance. Oh, he already knows this one. That's air. That is 4 shots on the air.
Oh, that's nothing. Yeah.
That's easy. And a quick recharge. little bit of
Now-
menu and snafu.
One thing to note here is that the runners don't know where each other is, so Charlieboy at this point feeling a little safe about where he's at with his execution and just going, okay, I'm not really stopping to smell the roses here, but I don't need to find any great time saver to get me back into the race. Charlieboy's pretty much executed at the level we know he can execute at, and it looks like Arispici trying to ignore the walls, going for the air shooter.
Yeah, he ignored a majority of the walls. That'll give him some time back, but he's gonna be looking at a full rematch when Charlieboy is already done with his rematches.
Yeah, it looks like Charlieboy's gonna be on the Wily machine at this point. Alright, Arispici starting his first boss, Charlieboy finishing all 8, so this is a significant lead.
The machine! Not a buster. Not a heat. Well, not an air. He finds leaf. Is that the god weakness? It is the god weakness!
Oh, Charlieboy's in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, got a little too ambitious. This opens up the door slightly for Arispici.
Yeah, Charlieboy took a little too much damage there. He did use an E-Tank, but I think possibly ill-timed or ill-advised on that one.
Ill-advised.
Oh, Arispici might know about our Lord and Savior air shooter for Heatman there.
Charlieboy gets that back. Gets that back in blood. So right now, all that is left is the alien.
Alright, so Charlieboy's making his way down to Victory Road here. So we'll see if he stops to smell the roses a little bit, but it looks like he's falling to the right, so he's ready to finish this one out.
He's gonna try to zip. He's in. You gotta finagle his way in. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
He's in. He did not need to do all that. He had a good lead.
He doesn't know that. We do.
Wily on Wily. Oh, wait a minute. Crash? Oh, wow. Demolition. Official time.
All right.
Official time of 30:16. Charlieboy strikes first.
Alright, so that's game 1 for Charlieboy. 30 minutes and 16 seconds, if I believe I heard you correctly.
Yep, 30:16.
Alright, so we'll see if Arispici continues this game through, so we can determine a final margin of victory here. He's using the crash bomb, nothing doing, and it looks like Buster, no. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Knowing him though, he's gonna need to recharge that though.
When he's using the air shooter, now he's on bubble, nope. I found something.
He found quick boomerang, but that's not the god weakness. That was wood. Okay.
No metal blade.
No metal blade. Ooh! Sniped out the sky!
Alright, so no offense to Arispici here, but Charlieboy just showing why he is the defending champion, executing at a level just slightly above where Arispici's at least in so far in game 1. You know, next game will be a different story. We'll have different bosses with different weaknesses. But, you know, right now, Charlieboy putting his foot down and saying, alright, you gotta take my throne. You gotta outperform me. I'm not just gonna roll over and die here.
And I'll be honest with you, Charlieboy has a very... That 30-13, that's about an average for Charlieboy. So if you're going to beat Charlieboy on any given day, you're going to have to beat that time. Arispici can do it, but he's going to have to catch both Goodwood and the Crash Zip properly for that one. And Zipping Luck was not on his side today on this first game.
Yeah, that's very true. I think that is a lot of the difference that we have in this game, in all honesty. Arispici wasn't able to pull off the Crash Zip, nor the Goodwood Zip, and we see it's roughly 3 whole minutes at this point as Arispici is trying to find the inevitable weakness that'll finish off the Wily alien.
Wily posing as our alien today. And for those who don't know anything about the alien, if you hit him with a weakness, and particularly with charged heat, and you hit him with a half charge, it recharges. 3310! Yikes, that is almost 3 full minutes! So,
yeah.
We're gonna get... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that was the difference between very clean execution by Charlieboy and... I want to say, at least for Arispici's level of talent in this game, probably not his best showing.
He does.
You know,
go ahead.
I want to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one, but if he's not able to pull off those zips in Crash and Wood, this is going to be a short night. We'll see a Charlieboy 2-0 here. Arispici's got to show us something going into game 2 here.
Here we go. So in that case right now, our runners are getting themselves prepped up for game 2. We're going to take a short break, and we'll see you momentarily. everybody. Welcome back. Charlieboy, Arispici, Game 2. Back in the booth, I am Sinister Sama, and in the booth with me, once again, it is Rico. How you going, good sir?
Alright, so that was a bit of a surprise for us in Game 1. Charlieboy just putting his foot down and going, alright, I'm going to get through this, I'm going to take a W, and putting the gauntlet down for Arispici going, alright, now you got to beat me. Not only do you got to beat me once, but you got to beat me twice. And the real question here is Arispici up to the task, or is Charlieboy going to move on here?
It's a very rough ask here for Arispici. Arispici's from Game 1. It's coming from a person who has played in the randomizer and comms for years. Let me say this. If Arispici's execution on Goodwood and that crash and the crash bypass isn't up to snuff, Charlieboy, there's not a world where Charlieboy does not win. Flat out.
I agree with you on that one. We saw that in Game 1. Arispici not getting the zips, and it looks like the timer's counting down for Arispici, so we're about ready to get going as we get started on Game 2. So we got Bubble Man and oh my.
Wood. That's something. That's a reset. If I had the zipping power for Goodwood, that's a reset.
All right. Well, Arispici might have just decided, okay, I flubbed Goodwood the first time around, so I'm just gonna take it on the chin here. I'm gonna take the... I don't want to say take the L, but it almost feels like taking an L. No weapons, no items, no nothing. Just gonna go through Woodman stage. So this... advantage Charlieboy right now, just from the order of the stages so far.
Indeed, and that is one thing to look into here is that Arispici is going to abandon Goodwood. So that being the case, I'm not mad at him. So instead of him losing time on attempting Goodwood, he's just gonna have to be faster up on the treehouse, which that's less time lost. So it is still possible, very much possible.
It's not a great situation, but Charlieboy already at his first boss door. Arispici still getting through that Woodman stage, one of the longer stages to go through without the zips. And Charlieboy might be in trouble here. Looks like if he takes another hit, that, we have a problem.
The first mistake by Charlieboy!
Alright, so Arispici getting a little bit of a reprieve here. So Charlieboy losing a good chunk of time, taking an L against Flashman at the end of this Bubble Man stage.
And he's gonna get done with... Oh, great stuff! Arispici, for all intents and purposes, Arispici is in the lead.
Yeah. If you could tell me that you're gonna go into Woodman stage and Bubble Man stage at the same time, and leave those stages at the same time, that is a massive advantage. Oh my god. RNG is just dumpstering Arispici here. Now we're in Heat Man with nothing.
The look on Arispici says it all. Either take the level and take as much time getting a game over, or take the level, beat it, and know that ain't happening.
Ay, ay, ay.
That is not the look you want to see.
No.
And mind you, it only gets worse every... Well, luckily enough, there is no persistent shrimp this time. No shrimp spawner.
Alright, but this is a massive problem. No zips, no way to expedite ourselves through this stage at all for Arispici. You may as well just take a shot at the walls and see what you got, because you're going to be waiting for some of these Yoku blocks.
The fun fact, though, is that despite that, though, I still get the lead to Arispici, though. Look at this! Really clean, itemless heat. There might be
All
an
right.
opening. Might be a
right.
door. There might be if he continues this consistency, there is hope for Arispici.
All right, we got the pause buffer to make the jump. A little bit of a time save there. Yeah, Charlieboy so far, made the mistake, but Arispici not having RNG go his way at all.
And despite that, he is still looking good. And ooh, Charlieboy out of there. That's a bit of a whammy on him.
Yeah, absolutely. So Arispici, looks.
Arispici.
Nice.
Arispici with the lovely play.
Alright, so what we said about whammies, item 2 locked behind Heatman stage. So this is a pretty big advantage. Charlieboy's not going to be able to, no matter what, find his item 2 to get through, and item 2 through the chasm in Heatman stage. So that's off the table.
And right now, looking at Arispici, he's going to take the Buster Only route, seeing that there's only a single Joe here. He's in. He makes it. Uh-oh. Here we go. This is it. This is what I'm talking about, Arispici.
All right.
All right. I'm for it. I am for it. Arispici coming back, firing back. Not only is item 2 in a whammy level, if item 1 is in this whammy level, Arispici by not taking the normal, he might have gotten a huge advantage on Charlieboy.
Yeah, I can see where this is a possible position for Arispici to have a commanding lead in this second game. So if there's an item here, and it is an if statement, we need a little bit of luck to go Arispici's way. With 3 RNG levels just completely shattering Arispici, you get Wood, Heat, and Crashman as your first 3 stages. There goes item 3, so item 3 is off the menu.
Alright, so item 3 is in air, so Charlieboy will get a skip in Heat and good wood. But he has to find those levels right now. Oh, and Captain Tsubasa. Team Tojo. Hey,
All right.
when you can listen to the remix, that's when you're in good hands.
Oh, for me, it's Crash stage, every stage, all stage. If I had my way. But that's just me.
Hey. And here we go. So, Arispici's got through the 3 hardest levels. And he did get the skip here.
There it is, item 1.
Arispici coming in clutch. Double whammy levels. Oh, Charlieboy might be in a little bit in a bad jam here, cause he's not gonna see any more of those items until he goes into whammies.
All right, Charlieboy giving up on the E-Tank. So this is forces are conspiring to give Arispici a little bit of an advantage here. Charlieboy might have to execute a little bit to get himself back in the game. We did see him take a death. And Arispici already through the 3 most troublesome stages.
And Charlieboy's going into the wood. So we can assume good wood for him. But Arispici's now taking the quick level. So as all intents and purposes, until Charlieboy can pull the zips off, Arispici's got a huge advantage going in.
Yeah, that's why it's tough to speculate, because the only real gatekeep here is, alright, when do they get done with the first 8 Robot Masters? When do we see Dr. Wily for the first time? So that's our first checkpoint.
Hello, to Mega Man Indonesia. He did not like that heat. He gotta be manually charged. And right now, that's not a spam happy metal. Great stuff.
Charlieboy's struggling a little bit here.
Charlie, Charlie's gotta get that. Wait a minute. Ooh, that's time. That's a little bit of time screwed over by Charlieboy.
Yeah, so part of that good wood zip, Charlie giving that back on a little bit of execution mishap. I think still a net gain, but at this point, we got Arispici in one of the easier levels, and Charlieboy still trying to pull off the zip.
Yeah, he just got the second half of the zip. This gives Arispici a lot of time because he's gonna get done with Flash. He's gonna get done with Metal. Bubble's not much of a thing here. And remember, Charlieboy still has to deal with. Remember, itemless Crash and itemless Heat.
Well, we've seen in Game 1 that itemless Crash is not an issue for Charlieboy.
Right.
So, at this point, Arispici's a little bit behind, finishing off. Alright, he's just giving up on the E-Tank, so not even wasting his time on that.
And here's the thing, the longer Charlieboy is not hitting whammy levels, the easier it is for Arispici to take this lead.
Alright, here we go. So Arispici getting rid of that. What was that, Quickman there? Throwing all the boomerangs?
Yep, that was Quickman throwing boomerangs.
Alright, and so we've got a 10-second advantage, technically speaking, for Charlieboy, starting his 6th stage a little bit before Arispici. But like you mentioned, and I know you want to say it again.
No, actually, I was going to address to Kabutroid. He asks, what is a whammy level? Okay, Frico, while saying your point, would you like to explain the whammy level?
Alright, there are levels that... Not all levels are designed equally. We have Metal Man, Quick Man, Flash Man, and to a degree, Bubble Man as well. Those 4 stages, if you get those stages randomly, you're going, alright, I got this. I don't need any items, I don't need any weapons, I can get to the end of the stage, get to the boss, get him out of there, and just move on. Woodman, Heatman, Airman, Crashman, on the other hand, are what we call the whammy boards. Generally speaking, you want to have an item. You want to have, weapons to help you through these stages. They are definitely the more difficult stages to get through out of the lot. And we saw Arispici already deal with 3 of those stages, and Charlieboy has seen 1 so far. So he's guaranteed a whammy here, and it's Crashman.
Indeed. Oof. Ooh. Actually, using an E-Tank. Ooh, Arispici is gonna get the better of that Flashman fight.
Alright, so that's a little bit of a time save, because Charlieboy, if I'm not mistaken, he took an L on that Flashman fight.
He did.
So, Charlieboy lost a little bit of time there, but as we see, Charlieboy, no problem with the zip. So, Crashman, not so much the whammy stage that we portray it to be. Uh-oh.
Item 1, we found out Item 1 is anti-skip land. Ugh.
Alright, so Charlieboy's gonna get the bad news here. And that's item 2 being locked behind the Heatman stage. And why Heatman is one of the whammy levels is you really want to have that item 2, and to a lesser extent, item 3, which he does have, to skip and zip through various parts of that level. So Charlieboy about to get the bad news here. So Arispici has the Airman stage left to complete with the Metal Man stage, and Charlieboy has Crash Man to finish up, along with Heat Man. Advantage Arispici right now, because that is a much quicker stage. We saw the enemy configuration. It didn't look anywhere near as troublesome as Game 1.
Yeah, but we got Monkey! We have Monkey! So right now, Arispici... Ooh, Arispici with the lucky break! Arispici with the lucky break!
Yeah, the double lucky break. Arispici was in a little bit of trouble there. Just picking up an E-Tank, and I was afraid he was going to have to use it in this Crashman fight. But it doesn't look like... It looks like he's hunting here.
Ooh.
Finding Bubble Lead.
Finding Bubble. That actually is a very good weapon. And that's going to speed up... Ooh, Arispici. But here's the thing, though. Depends on this Airman. If Charlieboy is... Well, right now, Charlieboy sees that stationary. Ugh. Arispici is going to have a cleaner Airman. If his Airman is clean, he's in the lead. If he does not, Charlieboy may still have a chance to make this a short night. Also, minus infinity. So right now, Arispici, right now, yeah, Air actually is actually one of the longest levels in the game.
Well, it looks like Charlieboy's having a little bit of trouble here, so he's, in theory, losing a little bit of time and gaining it back on these zips. But Arispici through the halfway checkpoint into Airman's second half. Charlieboy has to do the Yoku block, so this is going to be slow going for both runners as they make it to their final boss gate.
This is gonna be very interesting to see, and for every oh, not what you wanted to see.
Denied.
That's gonna give Charlieboy back this lead.
All right, Charlieboy does make it to the boss door first, losing out on an item 2. Arispici looks like he's got a clean path here. No more prop tops to get in his way. So we are very close here. Both runners going up against their final boss. Charlieboy finishing out. So Arispici actually a little bit behind. This is unfortunate. So 17:20. Charlieboy. Oh, wait a second. Looks like we got a little River City Rampage going on here.
Oof. Arispici probably want to stick to that Buster. You wasted a lot of time. Uh-oh. And right now, Arispici's lost almost all that lead to that Heatman, trying to hit Heatman. So that's gonna be close to 50 seconds that he's not gonna get back because he has to wait on the item 3 look. Ugh.
Yeah, so we had 17:20 versus 18:05. So right now, 40 to 45 second difference. Charlieboy actually in the lead. Even though he has been a little
sloppy.
Unclean would be what I have had in mind. But the lack of items going into the stages for Arispici, and really it comes down to the Goodwood zip execution.
Yeah, Good wood. Again, good wood. He forego good wood. So, right now, though, he's about half a level down. Not the worst. Not worse for wear, because he was much worse off last game.
Oh, he was multiple... Oh, excuse me. Multiple minutes behind in game 1. So seeing...
Excuse.
Seeing this difference... This is competitive. You know, you can make something like this up in... You know... Ah, we forgot to do our dragon. My god.
Yeah, but
This is
that's
what I get.
the anime dragon with the midnight blues going on. Find some metal blade.
Alright, so that dragon's out of there. So, Charlieboy 1940, he's going into Wily 2. Arispici, a dragon fight behind right now. So, if he finds the right weapon, and he's already hunting, we could see a potential for some time save here.
He's on second page.
Nope, not a crash bomb. Oh, there it is. I think he found it.
He found it. Now the question is this, does he... Okay, good. And it looks like we got some people in chat knowledgeable about the music.
Nice. Alright, so both runners are in Wily 2. Charlieboy a little bit ahead right now. So Arispici gonna have to play a little bit of catch up here. Charlieboy at the item 3 climb. Trying to snipe away some of these, I forget what they're called. Help me out here.
Lightning Lords! Lightning Lords!
Lightning Lords, thank you. This is what I get. This is what I get when I go into retirement. I just lose my mind on everything. Oh, suicide drop for Charlieboy.
Indeed. What we got here? Uh-oh. That's an invisible Pico. Down the air shooter, though. Alright, so, for those who don't know, when you're dealing with tournament flag set with Aesthetics A, you make, there's a potential that you make the Pico Pico fight harder. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is looking a little bit bad.
Yeah, Arispici's in a little bit of trouble here. I think he has an E-tank remaining, but oh, he's got 2. Okay. Yeah,
but the problem is he's not gonna like this.
No.
Surprise! Surprise! There's an invisible Pico, and he's gonna immediately crack the E.
Oh, absolutely. And no, quick boomerang, not having it. No, that's no good. We gonna get another lazy leaf? No.
Nope.
Alright, looks like we found it. The air shooter. That's what we're settling on here.
Yep. Let's see if Wily cleaned his pipes. Ugh!
Whoa.
Into the Pepmo.
No.
Into the Peptimo. Ugh. Or pink lemonade for some.
Oh, right. Man, I'm not even gonna try to speculate what our septic sludge of the run here is. Ay.
Somebody's saying cranberry juice. Also, armor and armadillo. Alright, let's check out the dozer.
Alright, do we get the Buster Break like we did last time? Wait a second.
We got a Bowser! Uh-oh!
Oh, found it.
Found it on the blades. We got a Bowser. Big Daddy Bow Wow. Here we go, great equalizer.
Alright, 2340, Charlieboy is starting out here. So, tick-tock goes the clock for Arispici. Let's see how far he's behind for when he starts his Wily 4.
If he can find that metal blade, he's in luck.
Well, looks like he's going for the boomerang. No, not that one either. Alright, did we find it? Maybe?
He found it now.
Yep, got it.
Ooh, a lot of... Uh-oh. Charlieboy screwing that one up. Is he trying to get the zip?
Yeah, looks like he's going for a zip there.
He got it.
Alright.
So right now, Charlieboy, ooh, no good. So right now, Arispici is about 30 seconds down. Maybe 40. So, Charlieboy in the anxiety room, uh-oh. He's getting shot at. So right now, Charlieboy is gonna have to think carefully here. Because now he has one more room. Let's see if it's safe. Ooh,
it doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look safe. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he got hit.
He takes the damage boost. Homeboy got in.
Alright, so Charlieboy's showing us a little bit of the systemic knowledge that he has on this game. It looked like he missed the platform, but he was able to delay enough to take damage and use the invulnerability frames to get through. So picking up a little bit of a segmented advantage over Arispici, because we'll see what Arispici's got here to get through that third anxiety room.
Uh-oh. Alright, so right now, it ain't metal.
He can't get the item 2 down.
Yeah, he can't do it either. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, he's done. Oh, boy.
Oh. And here's the problem. Charge heat. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said many a times, if you're down, that carriage is about to become a pumpkin.
Yeah, I think we can cue the fat lady for this one. She's about to start singing.
She's already humming a few bars.
Yeah, that is true. It's never over till it's over. Don't get me wrong, but at this point, I think they sent the roadie to go knocking on the fat lady's door. It's time for her performance here. Charlieboy into the boss refight. Arispici in the wrong part of town.
Oh my goodness. I don't know what that means.
This is his third death in the anxiety room, so very unfortunate for Arispici, but he's taken the worst of it here on these anxiety rooms, as Charlieboy is fairly methodically going through the bosses and just getting things done.
He finds air shooter to take down that Pikachu. How dare you? Flying types, flying moves don't work on Pikachu. Not very effectively.
Oh no, boy. Not again. Not again.
That's a game. That's gonna be a GO.
Yeah, that might not be a GO. That sounds more like a GG. Alright, he's able to avoid it. He's gonna take... Oh, he missed taking the damage. Alright, can he get on there? Oh, Arispici able to style a little bit, get out of there. But I don't think he has any item 1 left, so if he falls off of this platform, he's done for.
He got in, but at this point right now, though,
oh no!
Oh, yeah, okay, fun fact. iframes go away when your iframes are cut in half based off of that energy grab. So if you grab energy and your iframes are about gone, you are about to take a plunge. And Charlieboy is at the machine.
Alright, so unfortunate for Arispici that everything just sort of unravels and comes apart here in the anxiety room. Charlieboy onto the machine, so it looks like we're going to be searching for a weakness. 2 E-tanks, so Charlieboy shouldn't have a problem here. Using one, and if he really needs to, he'll use the other one.
Ooh. Charlieboy having a bit of an issue here. He finds heat. He finds wood, but oh, he gets in. Yeah, victory road for Charlie. At 29:37, Charlieboy is about to go into the alien.
Alright, so we got victory road left for Charlieboy. He's dropping down to the right. I think he's a little worried that Arispici may have out-executed him here. Charlieboy was not, up to maybe his standard with this particular run. Not trying to get cute, not trying to overzip. He's trying to get to the end here and just done before Arispici does. Little does he know that Charlieboy, he's pretty much got this in the bag. Arispici still stuck in Wily 4.
Indeed, and he has the fish! So what he does not want to see is a heat. He does not want to see that charge heat happen.
No. Oh, with all this
flickering. He knows. He knows. Okay, so
Rose.
Charge heat is very particular here. You gotta fully charge the heat, because if you use a half charge, it refills the health. And Charlieboy, done. Get your GGs in chat. 3101 for Charlieboy. Speaking of Charlieboy, hiya, he makes it in. As well as Arispici's getting us a DNF. GG Charlieboy.
GG's guys, GG's Arispici. What's up? What's up? What's going on? How's the tournament year going so far?
I still have a match to go through, Charlieboy, but let's see. Game 1, masterclass. A little sloppier in game 2, and Arispici, there was a world that Arispici could have got you, but the anxiety rooms claim another. Speaking of,
yeah,
yeah,
those rooms are pretty hard, I don't know, I made some mistakes here and there. And I'll say, Bubbleman stage at the beginning of the second season, man, those enemies were pretty beefy. They beefy boys.
Indeed.
I was eating their vegetables.
the Joes had extra Kevlar today, or your money back. Speaking of which, Arispici, hey, how you doing? How you holding?
Let me mute that. I'm sorry.
Please do. So, Arispici, how do you feel about this so far?
Honestly, I just couldn't put it together today. I don't know. I think I got tilted right in the beginning of the first seed when I got so excited to have a free Goodwood, and I just could not land on the platform I needed to land on. And I don't think I recovered mentally from that. And, I made some other mistakes on zips that I even know what I did wrong, but I was too tilted to make the adjustments in the middle of it. But, it happens.
Surprisingly enough, Arispici, second seed, despite you not taking good wood, you still kept it relatively close with Charlieboy going into the Wily levels. What ended up happening was anxiety rooms, and of course, they say, hi, how you doing? Pay your taxes, and you didn't have the money.
Yeah, and honestly, I will say this much. I felt pretty good. I felt like I was playing close to how I wanted to perform it most of the way through the beginning of Seed 2. I was a little, upset that I didn't get that bubble zip, but, I kept myself together and I kept going with it. But, man, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had to deal with that enemy set in anxiety rooms, and I just could not get around it this time.
Trust me. Trust me, if I had an anxiety room like that coming in for Friday's race, I'm gonna have to come up with some plans. I'm not gonna lie. So, Charlieboy will be moving on the winner's side of the house. You'll be taking on a bull. Arispici, you're gonna be heading on and taking on. Are you facing off against Chungus? Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You'll be taking on a Chungus. So, what's gonna be on your thought process?
Well, for my thought process, I'm just going to work on tightening some things up. I mean, I already made a save state on this specific seed. I'm going to be practicing this specific set of anxiety rooms over and over again until I can kind of nail it without even thinking about it. But other than that, I mean, it's comeback tour. We're in it now, so I just gotta get my consistency back and just keep going with it.
Indeed. Charlieboy, you got a bull, and bull is looking to take a piece. What's gonna be your thought process?
Hopefully get in some more practice than I have. I pretty much practice kind of year round a bit, like not terribly. I've been kind of like I've been focusing a lot of time on Apex and what's it called, Diablo 4 and whatnot. But I do create sprites for this, so like in doing that, it also comes with like testing a lot of vanilla stuff and whatnot. So like, or testing sprites and whatnot. So I do get like some practice during that kind of stuff. But like, some of the rush of getting like a tournament build together, I kind of miss practicing a little bit. But it's give and take, right? Like. But I'm just gonna do what I can now that we're in tournament season. I'm not really creating much of nothing currently, so just some practice. Practice here and there. We'll take on the bull. Am I supposed to cut a promo here? Is this where I cut a promo and say, "Mix with the bull and you get the whole"? Wait, that's his line.
That's his line.
Better than the best. Cream of the crop. I don't know. But, I'm excited for the next race and see how the rest of this tournament goes. There's some new faces that I've been watching that are really great. So awesome stuff. Good games to Arispici, of course. Big shout outs to Frico back there that it doesn't say a word right now. Hadn't been. What's up, man? You doing good? How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's not my time to have the floor.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, you had the floor the whole match, right?
Absolutely.
I was gonna say, Frico, you're allowed to have the floor anytime you want.
Yeah,
all right.
Well, I'll say this much. Good games, Charlieboy. You proved why you're the champion.
Yes, sir.
So, and you know what? Who knows? We might see each other again down the road here this year.
You never know. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. Fight your way back up. Come get you another piece. But there was something else I was thinking. I was gonna say, man, I do this every time. I did this last time. Last time I was on the mic commentating the race, I was like, I had something in mind. I was gonna say it, and I just forgot. So that's the case here too. Good games. Make sure to tune in to all the upcoming events and whatnot. We got more races coming soon, I'm sure. Check your schedules and all that good stuff.
Indeed.
Oh yeah. No, this race almost didn't happen today. That's what I was gonna say. Thank you everybody that like came together. It got canceled 30 minutes beforehand because my internet has been off all day long. Like I wake up at like 6 a.m. I say all day. I guess not all day. It didn't go off until 10 a.m. this morning, but woke up at 6 a.m. Got outside, just did a little bit of work or whatever. Got back home or got outside, walked the dog. Came back inside to, chill and do internet things, and internet things were not happening for me. But yeah, they came together like 30 minutes before the race, and our boy Creed, Creed's on top of things. He was gonna cancel the race, which he should have. He should have 100% should have. That was what needed to happen, but. Everybody was here, and my internet came back, and thankfully it held up, and pulled some strings and said, "Hey, put that back on the schedule. Let's do this thing now while everybody's here." So, and we got it done. So, big shout outs to Matt Ewok Herd too in the background helping with setup, and Adirondack Rick, and everybody in the background. Frico, Sinister Sama for the commentary, Speedgaming for having us, Arispici for the match, and I think I've thanked literally everybody on the planet. Oh, and you for watching.
Indeed. You gotta get the guys for watching. Any last words coming from you, SBC?
No, just looking forward to my next matchup, and kind of got an idea of what I need to work on, so I'm just going to be working on that until the next match. But I echo the sentiments of Charlieboy in the thanks to everyone who took part in this.
Indeed. So we have 2 more races this week. Tomorrow at 6 p.m. in an upper seed match, Snipe versus Swift. And on Friday at 5 p.m., I will be taking on Gaming Wild Dad in our to end the first round, I believe. Actually, yeah, that's the last match of the first round right there. So me and Gaming Wild Dad, we got one coming for us, and after that, we start round 2s and we start breaking down the losers bracket. So, thank you to Speedgaming and everyone here. So, on behalf of everyone in the booth, we will catch you tomorrow at 6 p.m. for another race. Until then, take care!